Now I think they can hear me. Welcome to Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. We just got this new fancy setup. I've been trying to work with it. I'm excited to hear what all of you guys think. I'm just checking to see if the sound is working. Yeah, it is. It's good. Cool. Well, welcome everyone. We did it! For anyone that's been there in the long haul, they've known that this has been a pain in the ass. Trying to get this whole setup working, but now we are officially live on everything. We are live on Twitch, on the Magic Apothecary, on here, on YouTube. I'm super excited. I'm going to be reading different comments. Janine says turn it up a little bit. Maybe on there, on the volume thing. Yeah, if you can. If you guys can't hear me.
It's on 5?
Janine says turn it up a little bit. Unless you think, yeah.
Do I go to 6?
Yeah, just go to 6. Cool. Let us know. Yeah, I love comments like that. That helps us get better. So I'm just going to read some comments. Looking forward to this. I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm also reading on YouTube. I have like all these different devices everywhere. It's so cool. I'm sure Lo-Fi, he introduced me to it. Love it. Yeah, I love Lo-Fi hip-hop. That's why I played in the beginning. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone here, feel free to write in the comments anything. Maybe if you can't hear me or if you can't see me good, let me know. We're learning this whole new technology system. I'm so pumped for it. I got lights all over. I got a green screen. Super cool. We got a few other treats for you guys today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Psychic Seth or Foxy Divine, and I do these every week. Anyone that's new here or watching on Twitch or watching on YouTube, we do these every Tuesday around 8, sometimes 9, called Tea and Tarot Tuesdays, where I talk about a different tarot card of the day, or I talk about a different herb of the week, and we discuss it and kind of drink some tea and spill some tea. If you are new here, just know that you can comment anything about you feel a tarot card or a situation. This is all about a community building as well. So if you feel like writing some of the comments, feel free to do that. Let's start a conversation. So what I like to do for these, for Tea and Tarot Tuesdays, is I like to start off with a nice breathing exercise, a nice like relaxing thing. Triple T, yes. Also, if you guys feel like sharing this on your wall, sharing is caring, or sharing your friends on Twitch or on YouTube or whatever have you, please share. Also, if you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube, check out the YouTube. I'll be posting that link in a little bit. And you can check out the YouTube and see all the cool videos that are exclusive only for that. And that's under Foxy_Divine. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to light some sage and take a few breathers together. This is where you're kind of like releasing all the bullshit you've been dealing with through your week or just today. And we're being present. We're setting our intentions to be in a relaxed and learning state of mind. All right, let's light some sage. And this is just kind of like a thing that can help cleanse the area. Sometimes I use Palo Santo, sometimes sandalwood. All right, I'm gonna send some your way. Send some my way. All right. Let's close our eyes. Let's relax our shoulders. Unclench our jaw, and let's take 3 slow breaths. With every breath, we're breathing in white light and breathing out black smoke. All of our negativity, worry, anxiety, and we're breathing in all of that white light and positivity. All right, let's take a deep breath in, and then out. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and then out. Keeping your eyes closed, I just want for you to smile for a second. It's just you and yourself, and let's just smile. All right, let's open our eyes. And now we can start. So today is the Hanged Man. And I want to show you guys what the Hanged Man looks like. And I want to describe some of the symbolism that's going to be going on and why this card comes up. So, sorry, choked on the coffee. It should be showing up at one of these corners right here for the Hanged Man, right there. So here on the Hanged Man, you can see them upside down. And typically when people see this card, they'll be like, oh, why is it a Hanged Man? Are they hanging? Is this some kind of like death thing? And I just want to kind of, take away all the scariness from this awesome card that's right here. I'm still trying to get used to the green screen and holding it. See, it's like holding the card. So right here is the Hanged Man. And you see they're upside down. They're not like hanging by their neck, which is the first thing you think of with a Hanged Man and sounds pretty gruesome. But it's quite the opposite. And I want to explain like the beauty in this card. So first thing is I'll talk a little bit about the lore behind it and some different adaptations behind different religions. And if Logan's in the room, you'll like this about what this card represents. This card represents Odin. So Odin had to be upside down, and to give the sacrifice, again, this is like the whole concept of this card is sacrifice. We're gonna get deeper in that in a moment. And it's all about that being able to sacrifice to get knowledge. And what Odin did, or Woden, as a lot of cultures call him, gave up all that he didn't eat. He got stabbed, he gave up his eye, and upside down, he got enlightenment. And so you can see like little sparks there, and a lot of things in different tarot decks, by his head, you'll see an enlightened state of mind. So what that transcribes as, and again, that's what's so cool about tarot, is that you have different symbology with different, like Norse mythology, for example. This is like the quintessence of Norse mythology with runes is in this card. Like, as in him being able to sacrifice. So Woden, or Odin, gave the runes, and anyone that knows runes are different forms of divination where you have stones with different symbols carved on them, kind of like their alphabet, and each one has a different meaning. Now, what Woden did is that he had to sacrifice, and he had to go through the different release of his life in order to gain enlightenment or gain the runes. Now, they take that story, and now we're going to put it into the tarot and what it means and how you can use it in reading. And also like a life lesson. Again, a lot of tarot doesn't have to be divination. It can be a simple identification of something in your life that you need to work with and what you need to grow with. So let's talk about different meanings of the Hanged Man. So first thing is sacrifice. Just like when Woden had to sacrifice and gave up his eye and got upside down and gained the knowledge, what is something in your life that you maybe need to sacrifice and let go of? It's also like a very slow-paced card because he had to go upside down. I think it was for 21 days. I might be wrong on that number, but I know it was for an extended period of time, for a long period. And it can be a slow-paced card, so when this shows up in a reading, it can also mean like, random example, am I going to get that promotion? It's a random one. And this one comes up. It says, yes, but it'll be like a long, slow stretch of time. So it can be a very time-based card. Then we have the being able to let go of control. So this card can say, this is out of your hands. Whatever it is might be out of your hands, but versus trying to fight it being out of your hands, this is also the acceptance that you can't change it and being able to take in the beauty that it can give, such as like observing yourself or observing others, or anything about what you can gain from it and knowing that it is out of your control. Cool things that I looked up with this card, if you look up the surrender of the soul, and it doesn't mean like letting go of your soul, it means like that course of being able to say, this is the beauty of it. So I'm going to reference if anyone's seen Netflix, there is a cartoon that was about like different things of perspective, the Midnight Gospel. Midnight Gospel. Look that up on Netflix. And it's awesome. It might seem really strange, but if you go into it, it gives some like really great meanings of life. And episode 2. So the Midnight Gospel, episode 2. Don't pay attention to the animation if you don't want to. It's great animation, but just pay attention to the message that comes with it. And it talks about this woman going through this like spiritual journey, and just one day, just that, fuck it, I'm putting my hands in the air, right? And it's and that mewing that you hear is totally Houdini. He's in the other room because we have a lot of expensive equipment around us, and the cats are fucking gremlins. So they gotta be put in there for a little bit, but they're taken care of. They have cat litter and food and everything. They're spoiled princes. Anyways, so that art of being able to give up and that beauty in surrender. So surrender doesn't necessarily have like to have negative connotations to it. It can also just be like putting your hands in the air, and it's, you know, so to speak, the words, you know, Jesus take the wheel kind of thing. If I were to put it to a song and to give some relation for you, but it's that act of saying, I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to put my hands in the air and just say, you know what? It's out of my control, but it's going to be okay. It's not okay right now, but I'm just gonna let it happen. And there's something beautiful in that, and like you can see that in multiple faiths, multiple situations. You know, the Christian faith has that, and a lot of times, like for anyone of the Abrahamic faiths or Christian faiths, this would kind of be like the sacrifice that Jesus did. If you were to like put it to a story, this would be like the concept of Jesus giving up his life and being able for the greater good, and kind of just like putting his hands in the air in the act of surrender. This is one card showing up in a reading. If you were to relate it and be like, oh, I can correlate this, that would be a great story for it. It can also talk about, like in Buddhist belief, in the act of removing and releasing and sacrifice of your earthly tether. And there's, you know, different spiritual faiths and non-faiths, and just like living in situations, you kind of just gotta say, fuck it. And just like trust the process. And that can happen even with like the law of attraction too. Granted, you have to sometimes take action. This doesn't mean like you should be sacrificing constantly and just in this state of just like let it go. You know, that can be toxic, but certain parts of your life there needs to be. So what I thought that we would do, I'm going to read some comments right quick to see what people say. One of my favorite cards, Stain. Cool, right? That's why I like it. I can relate all these different cards to different faiths, because that's why I love tarot so much, is that the beautiful, rich symbolism and archetypes are so like rich, and like when you start getting deep into the esoterica, as well as like the, you know, how it can mentally affect you. It's a beautiful art form, and that's why I do these for Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. So again, before we get into the next part, where we're about to, I'm going to do like a quick, not a reading, but like a situation where the Hanged Man, and where if it were surrounded by other cards, we can kind of relate it. So that's like the takeaway that you guys would get. For anyone that wants to keep up with these, remember I'm on like Facebook under The Magic Apothecary, or if you want to go on my YouTube, I encourage everyone to go on my YouTube, because Facebook gets a little complicated, and I give free readings on people who go to my YouTube and subscribe when on the full moon readings. So if you want the readings, you got to go to YouTube and click subscribe for free full moon readings. So make sure you also write in the comments anything you thought of the cards. Let me know. And we will do the readings. And if you want to book a reading, let me know. I do readings like this. This 4K action, lockdown don't matter. We can do readings like this the whole time. So if you want to book a reading, let me know. We can book one just like this in this high quality. All right. So we are going to go to getting a situation with cards. So let me get the Hanged Man in this deck, actually, so you can reference it at the same time. Almost there. There are 78 cards, so give me a second. All right. That's probably going to be at the very end. I'm going to laugh. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is the Hanged Man in my deck. And versus me going like this, for anyone that knows, like back and forth, can you see it? Check this out. Now, ba-bam! We get to look at the card up close and get really big detail, and I don't have to like... I know, I'm super excited for this. My loving boyfriend, Sexton Barry Wild, is the technician behind the thing. Oh, it's upside down? Yes, there we go. Is the technician that's making all this work with the lights, camera, the action, and making this real show for you guys. So check out Barry Wild. Again, that's my boyfriend. Talented individual. And I love him very much. So this is the Hanged Man for me, right? And you can see them upside down, hanging up. The ivy in it actually can represent growth. Again, that sacrifice of the soul and tenacity as well. So that's like one cool part in my deck from the Hanged Man. Now, let's do a situation in a reading where this card might come up. Again, just to clarify, this is not a reading for anyone right now. You might be able to apply it to your life. It might be something to be like, yeah, that hits me here. But this is a situation with the Hanged Man. I do free readings on the full moon on my YouTube, but you gotta go to my YouTube and you gotta subscribe. You wanna throw that up on that side, love? Let's see if we got this. We're trying this whole flow. It's like we're in a movie. I'm so pumped. Okay, put that right there. And somewhere over there. There we go. If you guys want to go check out my YouTube, look right there under Foxy Divine and go subscribe. And come catch up with all the witchy goodness, including free readings on full moon. So, today, talking about the Hanged Man and in a relation to a reading. So, oh, interesting. We talked about this card last time. The Devil card. That was the card of the week last week again for anyone that didn't see that, and that's really funny. Alright, and now the Justice card. We're getting all kinds of major arcana cards. How cool is that? Oh my god, I hope another one. That would be super tight. So excited for this whole like setup. So good. We finally got it to work. Thanks again for everyone that's been here in the long haul. Yes! I feel like I'm playing like a full house. I get like fucking 4 major arcana cards together. That's awesome. Super rare. Shazam. Because anyone that doesn't know about tarot, again, this is a learning experience for all of us together because I love the passion of tarot and I want to share my passion with you guys. And of tea, naturally. And look at that cauldron cup. I fucking love it. This is my new favorite cup all the time. So, I do. It's great. So, the Hanged Man, again, represents sacrifice of the soul. And it can represent, and not, again, your soul and relinquishing your soul. More of to release and sacrifice soul. So, now we got the Devil card. And this is what the Devil card looks in. It's a little risque. Get that up close a little bit. You can see right there. There you go. So you see 2 people chained the Devil card. Boom. You see 2 people chained down. It can represent like being too connected to the past. It can mean having like chains, being chained down to something. It has a lot of different meanings. Other meaning it can mean is like maybe some kind of vice, maybe some kind of addiction. Next card we get is the Justice card. Get that right there. Justice. This can represent like fairness, balance, being able to find that in a legal reading, like if this were to show up in a legal reading, it can mean like it's a yes, it's like in your favor. The Justice card in a legal reading is like extremely good to get. So anything like legal matters. It can also represent some kind of fairness, being able to have. It's very Libra card. That's why it has the scales on there. Again, anyone, side note, let me put it in there while we're doing this. Cool little exercise with this. If you guys want to like look up on your phone or get up somewhere, or like you have some app, look up the cards and kind of read along with me. I'm kind of like a Teddy Ruxpin. Anyone that gets that reference, put in the tape and kind of read along with me. So look up the cards and kind of like discuss what you feel. You know, this isn't just me talking at you. This is me talking with you. So if you have some input, let me know. My job is to teach people about tarot and get inspired. So next thing, we get the Temperance card. The temperance. This one, you could say, if you were to put one word into it, I'll give you the esoterica word. It would be alchemy and transmutation. You could see it also, like, other, like, random things. If, like, someone passed away, this came up. It could mean an angel. It can mean two things coming into the other. It can mean ascendant. It can mean higher purpose. There's, like, a bunch of different means in conjunction. For this one, I'm going to say the alchemy part about putting one thing into the other, trying to change, transmutation. So if I were to put this together, and this is all, like, 4 major arcana cards. So cool little, see if we can get all of them in there. Straighten that up. Isn't that pretty? I'm so happy we got all these. And we'll put the Hanged Man right there. So what that would say, hang on, let me read some comments right quick before we continue. Let's see here. The power couple, yay. Let's see here. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! You pull a good card. That is 100% correct. Funny random side note about me. I was second place in the Ohio State Championship for Yu-Gi-Oh! Years ago when I was like 16. For the Millennium Puzzle, and I got second place. My friend got first place. Random cool info about that. The Focus want to show off the Forces want to show off the new tech. I know. They're like, yes, behold the tech. And the kiddies are probably like, man, let me fuck up your tech. Let me fuck up everything. Gremlins. If you pulled the Hanged Man several times during a self-reading, what can that mean for someone who struggles with sacrifice? Elizabeth wants to know. Pulled it several times during self-reading, someone who struggles with sacrifice. Well, that to me is like tarot, and that's the beautiful thing about tarot, is that tarot isn't sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you need sunshine and rainbows, and certain oracle cards work great with that, to where they're like, hey, you got this. But you come to tarot a lot of times to be smacked in the face. It's like, to a true tarot reading, like, yes, it can be good sometimes. It can say, like, here, let's look at this new positive perspective in our life. But oftentimes, tarot is more of the, this is how you're fucking up, and here's a direction on how to not fuck up. Like, that's the best way to say it. And with the Hanged Man showing up for you multiple times, that would say to me, or to the person, you need to sacrifice, and you need to learn how to let things go, and you need to learn how to surrender as well. And like the beauty of surrender, these cards come in there not oftentimes to compliment you, but to help you to change. Kind of like how they say, Bruce Wayne, why do we fall, Bruce? So we can pick ourselves back up. And that's what the Hanged Man possibly could be teaching you, is that you need to learn that art of surrender. If you need some reference points, maybe looking up on YouTube the art of surrender, or what is surrendering, or journaling on what is surrendering or sacrifice for you. So you could open up a journal and a writing prompt and do some like automatic writing and do it for 5 minutes. And then you could just journal, what does sacrifice mean to me? And I believe that could help. So yeah, that's a good question. Anyone like that who has any questions like that, I'm here to help. I love tarot. I want to help everyone grow. So please write me some questions or discuss between each other. If you want to have friends, this is meant to be a family and a community for Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. Message some friends and be like, yo, you want to be friends? If they say no, it's chill, but at least you tried. I'm going to read some more comments. I am reading the, sorry, I'm like trying to move across all the things. I am reading the Hammervold, the Wisdom of the High One in honor of the Hanged Man. You remind me of Atlinson from show Vikings. That's cool. I don't know who that is, but I might. I've seen season 1 of the Vikings and 2. Didn't we watch that? I thought we did. Oh. But it sounds familiar. I will look that up and I'll reference it and I'll probably be like, yes, I see it. But yeah, and that's why I was actually thinking about you. We talked about the Hanged Man today, and how cool that is. Do you want to pull up the Hanged Man one more time? Please and thank you, my beautiful, beautiful man. I sing to him often. Just random songs. Oh no! We're figuring this out right now as we go, everyone. Yay! Wow, look how fast we got. My boyfriend is fucking awesome. Atelestan. That's a cool name. I'll look that up. Let's see here. I'm going to read some comments right quick, and then I'll talk about that again, and then go back to the reading. Thank you. I'm also there. I'm 3-time Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Dragon Champion. That's cool. That's cool. I used to have a poke wham deck where it'd be like micro punches and then wham, all at once. Let's see here. I'm at 13-time duel winner. Hey, still 13's a good number. 13's one of my favorite numbers too. So talk about this card right quick. Logan, if you missed it, this card is about Woden and Odin and about the sacrifice that he went through in order to gain runes and to gain enlightenment. And that's what's so cool about this card is this is where tarot brought in all of Norse mythology for Woden and like runes, and then they put it into the tarot. So this card in the tarot would be a good representation of Norse mythology, just to talk about it. It's cool that you brought that up. So anyone that wants to look that up, you can type in Odin, Norse mythology, or Odin runes, the Hanged Man, and you'll see a bunch of articles, because all these cards have like such beautiful, deep, rich meanings that can go on for so long. You write a book on each one card that's 78 cards, and that's why I love it so much. So yeah, that's why we picked the card of the day, being the Hanged Man. Okay, now we're going to go to the reading that we got 4 major arcana cards, which I thought was super cool. And we are reading them. Okay, so here we are. We have the Hanged Man, like we said, and the 3 major arcana cards we got were the Devil, which means, again, barrier, attachment to the past. It can mean addiction, a lot of things with it. We're using these cards as a reference to where if it shows up, you can be like, oh, I could see there what happened, because I want to teach you guys. I'm here to teach. And if you want to go deeper into the teaching, you can always book me for a workshop to where I can teach you one-on-one. I can teach you how to be more psychic, or how to be more intuitive, or how to read cards yourself. Just send me a message and let me know. So next card that comes up is the Justice, which talks about balance. It talks about fairness. It can talk about legal matters. And then we get the Temperance, which can represent an angel. It can represent alchemy. There's a bunch going on there. So what I see with all these cards, again, powerful meanings. So I'm just going to put up a scenario there. If you have another one where you could see, maybe someone has an addiction to something. It can either be an addiction to work. It could be an addiction to a substance. You know, maybe they had some legal issues that happened. And with like the legal thing here, and something with their addiction caused some legal parts to like really ensue. And they know that they have to sacrifice in order for them to transmute this, because they have to go through a great change. So that's what the Temperance can mean, is it's putting 2 substances. That's why the cool, like, you know, deeper meaning of this card is you look right there and you see the 2 cups. 2 cups right there. And that can mean like pouring one into the other. So think about like as dynamic change. So not like subtle changes, because sometimes in the tarot and like the minor arcana it can be like a subtle change. Like you moved somewhere that was like a small, like just from one, I don't know, house to the other, apartment to the apartment, like something small. This one's like a great change. Kind of like if you mix yellow and blue together, it makes green. That would be like some scenario, like 2 things that are reactive, or 2 like complete opposite substances, or like, you know, trying to oil and water and then getting them to mix together properly. So that's like just some scenarios. So I would say through this whole reading, they need to sacrifice their addiction. That's why the Hanged Man comes up. They need to let go of their addiction right there, because it's been holding them back from the past. It's led them into some possible legal issues, and that's why that comes up. It got, you know, through to them, and they realize that this is the time they need to transmute. They need to have that great change in their life to help them, and that's just one aspect of what I see, to where you need to let go of something. You need to just put your hands there and say, okay, I'm ready to change. But also, it can be and this is some recap again. So then, that was the reading. Let's go back to what the card looks like, just to reference it one more time. This can represent you seeing things from a whole new perspective. That's why the card is upside down, is it shows that you are looking at these things, you've been looking at it too much on. And you know how, like, random funny exercise, being a kid or whatever, putting your head on the couch upside down, you notice everything's like crazy looking? Maybe that's what you need to do in a scenario in your life. Maybe you need to take that time to see it in a different perspective. See it upside down. See it from someone else's perspective. Maybe that's the time that you need to know things are out of your control, and that's okay. It sucks sometimes. It sucks not to have the control, but versus seeing it as something that this is out of my control, what do I do? Notice the blessing that comes from seeing the different perspectives and angles, such as the different perspective of yourself, a different perspective from somebody else. And that's what the Hanged Man can really, think of it if you see it upside down. What else do you need to let go of and sacrifice? Maybe it is leading to that sacrifice in your life. Maybe it is the letting go of something. And the last thing that it can represent is surrender. And knowing when it is okay to surrender and wave that white flag, and knowing when it is the beauty in surrender. The sacrifice of the soul. Again, not the sacrificing your soul, but the sacrifice of like being able to just say, fuck it. My hands are in the air. I'm going to trust the process. And that sometimes can be one of the hardest things, is being able to just trust the process. And I'm not saying don't take action, but I'm saying there's a certain beauty in surrender and knowing that it's okay to surrender sometimes. And that's why this card comes up about the Hanged Man and why I was so excited to share it with you guys today. This is a beautiful card. You don't have to see it as a bad thing. It can also, last thing, like just to put it into a reading, the slow period of time. And knowing things do take, slow periods. They can take time for them to come into fruition. Life isn't fucking instantaneous. Sometimes it can be, but it's not often. When I'm casting a spell, or if I'm doing something, law of attraction or whatever have you, I know that spell's not gonna fucking show up tomorrow. Like, spellcraft and prayer, I'll throw prayer in it because it's the same thing. It's planting a seed. And then you gotta like put it there, you gotta put your energy into it, and you gotta kind of just trust the process after that. You still have to work, but there's a certain beauty in having that slow period of time. Because when I grow plants and vegetables, because I like, anyone that doesn't know, I'll show pictures sometime, I am like plant freak. I love it getting a small plant, even if I could get the big plant, and being able to watch its growth into something. There's something special about watching that happen. I do also love really big plants. Janine's watching. It's right there. I look at that beauty every day. This is my like prized baby. I'll take a picture and show you guys. It's like my trophy. But there is a certain beauty in watching a plant start from like nothing in that slow period of time, and the acceptance and surrender in that period of time. So yeah, that was the card of the day, talking about the Hanged Man. Any comments? I want to hear what you guys think. I want to, I'm going to read some comments on other things in a moment, but if you have anything that you want to share, let me know, and I would love to hear what you think of the Hanged Man. Also, don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube, there and there. Subscribe to my YouTube, you guys. Just go to YouTube. That's all you gotta do, and type in just Foxy_Divine and subscribe. I have a lot of cool things that are exclusive there, as well as free readings every full moon for all my subscribers. So go check that out, and it's free to subscribe. Also, if you want to take a second to share this, sharing is caring. There's also my Facebook. Anyone that's on YouTube, go check out my Facebook under The Magic Apothecary, because I sell teas, tinctures, potions, herbal advice, all kind of things like that. And then lastly, anyone on Twitch. If you want to see Twitch, I will have Twitch exclusives, so I'm going to be like all over the place on purpose. Different aspects of my personality and cool things that I give away. So check out Twitch. And then lastly, I'll go over to the side. See, I'll look like this. Look at that. I'm just like with my crystal ball too. You like that shit? Isn't that cool? If you want to support me or learn anything about my teas, go check out my Etsy under the Magic Apotha Shop. Again, it's not apothecary, it's Apotha Shop. Go check that out on Etsy and see different herbal remedies and tinctures, because I am an herbalist and I am a certified herbalist, as well as mixing in different spellcrafts. So let me know. Let me see here. I'm digging the tech. Great job, Gage. That's Janine. Janine said that. Yeah, he's kicking ass right now. Like, there's a lot of cool tech. I was like, oh wow, look at all this cool stuff. I'm so digging it, Gage. Yay. Let's see here. The guy I'm talking about, this priest from season 1 of Vikings. I'll have to recheck it. I forget the names though. Like my stuff on Runic Wednesdays just isn't that good. Not yet. Don't think about it like that. So when to address that, Logan, the cool part is I never started off like this. It's versus being like, I have this. It's being able to say, one day I will have this. You know, I didn't start like this. When I started doing my lives, I just started on my cell phone, and it was really bad reception for me. It was really, really not well. And this is years ago I started it. Before technology was to the point where it is. I didn't just come out the gate with this cool stuff. So maybe that's one thing for you. Say, I don't have the cool gizmos and gadgets yet, but if I start working towards it, I will. And it's all about like where you put your attention. You know, energy flows where attention goes. So I seen this right there, and that's why I finally got it. This is my first day. We got this cool stuff. Super pumped. But you can have it too. I believe in you. I know you will. Especially like starting off this young and doing all your lives. That means you're getting experience, because every live you do, you get better and better. I promise. But your lives are doing great and you're kicking ass. So any other comments before we wrap this up? Also, if you guys want to support the channel and me doing these every week, or you want to join my email list for my podcast, look here in the bottom of the thing. You'll see like Fireburn Cauldron Bubble. That is my podcast. Again, that is Fireburn Cauldron Bubble. And it is on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher. It's all over the place. So go check out my podcast with Luna Hawks. We both interview different witches and psychics and spiritual leaders from all over the world. And it's super sassy, and it's funny, and it's free to listen to. So yeah, go check out our podcast, Fireburn Cauldron Bubble, in the comments. You can see that link in there. And if you join our email list, you can see when the new episodes come out. Cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see here. Yep, you work your ass off where you are. Keep showing up is your message. Right. Just show up. Even if it goes like the tiniest little inch, or not even an inch, it goes like a centimeter. You showed up and it was there. Eventually you start to see results. It takes time. That's, even more beautiful about the Hanged Man. You know, it takes time. And there is a beauty in the slowness of having success and being able to look there. You know, it's kind of like climbing a mountain. You know, sure, we want to see the pretty view and just instantly get to the top. But there is a beautiful, beautiful intake when you have to work through it, and you went up the mountain and then you got on top and said, I did it. And I know that y'all are possible of that too. Same thing for you, Logan, is it's just show up and then you can make magic happen. I'll be doing these every Tuesday for Tea and Tarot Tuesdays with this cool technology. I'm so pumped for it. It just gets cooler and cooler. Now I get to work with, then I'll start adding in like cool videos and start doing like different backgrounds, and I'm so pumped for that. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Send me a message, email me. All my info is there. Follow me on the social medias. And if you want to book a reading, I do readings like this in 4K where it looks just like this. Cool background. I might even let you pick the background. And we do a 30-minute or hour or email readings. So if you want to book a reading, let me know. I also teach. Thank you guys for joining me for this Tea and Tarot Tuesdays. I'll see you next Tuesday or next full moon. And I wish you guys, yeah.
See you.
We'll see, which I'll see you when I see you. All right, I'll see you guys. I love you. Bye.